These are the perfect crispy pancakes with a beautifully spiced and flavorful filling. You're gonna love them. Takes a bit of work, but it's worth the effort. Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. It's me, Manny from Manny's Made at Home. Today we're trying for the first time a very delicious but somewhat complicated Indian recipe. We're gonna be making some Aloo Masala Dosa. It sounds incredible. Let's look at the ingredients that we're going to need. Let's start by preparing our rice and lentils. I've got a colander here and I'm just gonna go in with my Italy rice, my Urad Dal and Chana Dal. I'm just gonna give it a bit of a rinse with some water. You just want to keep changing the water until it runs a little bit more clear. Alright, with my rice and legumes washed, I'm gonna put them back into the bowl. I'm going to add in my fenugreek seeds and then top them up with water and let them soak for 3 to 6 hours. I will see you in a bit. Alright, after soaking for 3 hours, this is what my grains are looking like. Once drained, just transfer to your blender. I will need to add some water to help with the blending process. I'm gonna add a cup, stir it in tightly, and blend. I'm gonna transfer my mixture into a bowl. I'm gonna add in some salt, give it a good stir, and now I'm gonna let it ferment in a warm place for 12 hours or overnight. But today I'm gonna be using one that I already made yesterday. We don't wanna be waiting around. Now I'm gonna work on my filling. I've got some potatoes here. I'm just gonna chop them into quarters. Then I'm gonna put them into my pot and let them boil until they're fork tender. While I wait, I'm gonna get the rest of my ingredients ready. I'm gonna thinly slice 2 onions. Now into the chilies. Here I'm using 3 different types. Now, depending on how hot you like your food, you may want to tailor this a little bit, but I like it spicy. So I'm just gonna slice it up. Again, you can take out the seeds as well if you don't want it to be super spicy, but I'm gonna leave it all in. I'm being brave today. After cutting up your chili, be mindful what you do with those hands. Make sure you wash them before you do anything else. And I'm gonna chop up my coriander. My ginger, I'm gonna grate using microplane. My potatoes are all done and I've drained them. So I'm gonna give them a rough mash. You're not trying to make mashed potato, you want just to very, very roughly mash them. And I'm just gonna transfer into a bowl to cool. All right, everything's set up. I'm gonna heat up some oil in a pan. Now I'm gonna go in with my mustard seeds, cumin, and chana dal. I'm gonna toast this until they get nice and brown. After about a minute, I can smell the delicious aroma from the toasted spices and they're getting a little bit browned. I'm gonna go in with my curry leaves and my Asafoetida. You wanna keep it moving because you don't want your spices to burn. After a couple of seconds, I'm gonna go with my onions. I'm going to add in my ginger and my green chili. But after chopping it all up, it looks like a ton, so I'm gonna go maybe with half and then I'll see. Guess I'm not as brave as I thought. And finally, I'm gonna go in with my potatoes, salt, and turmeric. Just toss it around and cook until the onions and everything gets a bit brown. Okay, this is ready. I'm just gonna go in with some coriander, toss it around. I'm gonna take it off the heat and then we can start frying our dosa. Here's my fermented batter. I left it overnight. You can see it's got some little air bubbles, so we know that something's happened overnight. And the consistency looks pretty good. So we're gonna give it a go. Heat up your pan on a medium heat and I'm gonna add in a few drops of oil. I'm gonna take a ladle of my batter, put it into my pan and using a circular motion, spread it to be the width of the pan. You want it to be nice and thin. This is a bit of a process and does require technique, so just take it easy, take it slowly. Maybe keep the heat down a little bit. It'll take a bit longer to cook, but then that way it won't stick and it'll crumble on you. This is looking really good though. Cook it until you start seeing brown coming through the bottom of the dosa and then it's time to flip it. I'm gonna flip this now. That's a beautiful color. I only want a few seconds on this side, then we'll flip it back up and we'll fill it. I'm just gonna go in with some of my filling now. And I carefully close it up. Got the ends of my batter now. Using up the last of my filling here. That worked out really, really well. That's it. These are supposed to be enjoyed hot, so let me clean up quickly and we'll give one a try. For a pop of color, I'm gonna hit them with a bit of extra coriander. And that's it, beautiful Aloo Masala Dosa. Don't they look great? It's my favorite time, tasting time. I've got some mango chutney here, which I think is gonna go great with my dosa. And with that, I'll give it a taste. There's no other word for it. Delicious. The pancake is beautiful, so crisp, and the filling is so flavorful, beautifully spiced. I could have got a bit heavier with the green chili, but oh my god, it's delicious. And added that bit of sweetness with the mango chutney is just mind-blowingly good. Oh wow, these are fantastic. Of course, I didn't quite have the technique right. I think it's something you will develop over time. Two things are very important when making your dosa. One, the consistency of your batter. I had to add a little bit of extra water to mine because it was way too thick. Two, your pan must not be too hot when you put your batter in because it will kind of cook straight away and won't give you a chance to spread it around the pan. I couldn't get my dosa to be thin enough, but they look pretty, they taste amazing. If you want to try some pancakes on the sweeter side, make sure you click the card up here. I've got a perfect video for it. This recipe is excellent. It did require a bit of technique, but the end result was fantastic. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Make sure you give it a try. You're absolutely going to love it. If you like this type of recipe, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my Indian playlist. I will link it below. Share with all of your friends, give me a like, and a comment below with what you thought of the recipe. If you try this or any of my other recipes and you want to post them on Instagram, make sure that you tag me. I want to see how you get on. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy.